tips. We have some tips we want to talk about. I'm going to go through these relatively quickly. There again, if anybody has any questions, we'll answer them online, and then two, we'll definitely be available to answer anything you may have afterwards. One of the best things to do, and I'm taking this from a business perspective, if you're a business owner, if you have or represent a company that your job is to tap into the Hispanic market, one of the best things to do is to join and participate in a Hispanic-based organization. A lot of people will say, well, Jared, I'm not Hispanic. Will they let me join? Of course, especially if it's something like a Chamber of Commerce. You have a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. You have a lot of organizations out there that welcome your membership, that want you to participate, and want you to be a part of it. So a lot of these times you do not have to be Hispanic to join a Hispanic-based organization. And another misnomer that a lot of people have is that a lot of their meetings and a lot of their activities are conducted all in Spanish. As well, I don't speak Spanish. Well, you don't have to speak Spanish, because the chances are just about the entire group that you're joining will also speak English. So if nothing else, maybe it's a good way for you to start learning and learning Spanish. Which brings me to my second point, is have a basic understanding of the language and the culture. If you have an understanding of the culture and the language, that is going to be a huge benefit when you're doing business with that community, trying to tap into that market a little bit, and just generally getting around to be able to make the contacts and networking. It doesn't mean you have to be proficient, and everybody's going to make mistakes. But if you're out there, you're learning, you're trying, you're practicing, you're going to find out that people really appreciate the effort and will be willing to take the time and work with you and help you. Next point, do not categorize all Hispanics in one category. Recognize the differences in cultures amongst the Hispanic population. Very important. I think we talked about that a little bit earlier, and that you have about 22 different countries of origin. Not only do you have the cultural differences by country, you also have generational differences. I mean, there's going to be a huge difference between a Hispanic 24-year-old in college as opposed to a 65-year-old Hispanic who immigrated here years ago and still prefers to getting their news and information in their native tongue. So look at the cultural differences, look at it geographically, and also understand that the gender is also a factor when you're talking about the Hispanic population and its diversity. Next point, hire bilingual employees from the community you serve. As you're looking at it, if you have a store, you have a business, you're out there having sales reps out in the community trying to tap into the Latino community, it only makes common sense to have sales reps that are from that community that they may know or recognize. This is one of the things that the banks are doing. If you look at a Wells Fargo, you look at a U.S. bank, you look at some of these banking institutions that are trying to tap into that Hispanic dollar more and more, they're doing outreach. They're finding Hispanic tellers. They're finding Hispanic bank managers. They're finding people from the neighborhoods and community they serve, because they know by putting those folks behind the counter or offering the loans or taking their money or applying for mortgages, that their comfort level not only with the language, but that person that they're dealing with is from that neighborhood or from that community.